Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So we are going to be starting a new series called Buy of the Week, where I will make a video on products that I feel like are great buys for that week, if I can find them, because of course, everything is so inflated right now. It's so hard to find a good entry point on certain products. So it may not happen every single week, but when I do find them, I will make a video just like this one. And of course, before we get to it, like, comment, and subscribe. It of course helps. I'm so grateful for all of you guys that have subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much. We will be heading to that 1,000 mark. I cannot wait. But of course, thank you guys. I'm so grateful. So with that being said, let's get to it. So guys, we're going to be starting off looking at the Destined Rivals build-in battle box. Of course, it looks like to you guys it's just a build-in battle box. I'm just showing you guys the price right now. The market price is at $43. You are seeing some sales now at $41. It is dropping right now. It's heading towards its all-time high. There was no point where it was really affordable, at least not to where it should have been, unless you attended a pre-release event where you just paid $30 and you actually got a decent value there. So the lowest we've seen it at is $40.85 a market, and we are now at 43, and we're seeing sales at $41. Now, why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because booster bundle cases have been getting talked about so much with specialty sets, and we do not have a booster bundle case for main series sets. We just have that big box which has 25 booster bundles, and it's just a cardboard box. It's not displayable whatsoever. So we're going to be looking at the build-in battle display box. This is not it right here. They don't have an image loaded up the TCG player. It's actually a cool looking box, which I have right here. It has Ethan's Ho-Ho on the side, and it has Cynthia's Garchomp on the other, and it has of course Mewtwo and Giovanni here, just like your booster box would have. But I really wanted to show the value of the box, what it costs right now. It's now heading down back to $400. It is going to be at its new low. Of course, down here it was getting close to that $400 market price, I'm saying, but we have sales at $400. We have $400 listing, guys. $20 below market. I've seen it not only on TCG Player, but I've seen it across other websites. So maybe people haven't been buying them enough and they're finally lowering the price for it. But I think it's a great buy right now. At $400, you do not have a sealed premium on it. There is no sealed premium with the built-in battle boxes at $40 each. There are 10 in here, equaling out to $400. No sealed premium, guys. So of course, I did want to point out the scarcity in this product. The built-in battle box display, there aren't even that many listed on TCG Player. There are 52 total listed on TCG Player, and even with that small, like lower listing, they're still dropping in price, right? We've now gotten to that $400 price point, and I think it's a great time to take advantage of this product. Like I said before, I've seen it across all websites now dropping to $400. Whether these got reprinted, that's information that I don't have. I don't know why they dropped, but it's a great time. I always tell you guys, I'm not here to chase the high. I always wait for a low to take advantage of the product, and I think this is a great time for you to buy this product. So that's one thing that I just wanted to point out. I think this is a great buy. It is a displayable item. It looks really cool in my opinion. I can actually visualize this case right here and an acrylic standing up behind me somewhere or on this shelf in front of me. I think it'd be a really cool display piece. So that's the first one. I just thought it was really cool. Next I'll be talking about the promos that are within those built-in battle boxes. Of course, they got bought out for a good while here. They were getting bought a decent amount, not really bought out, just it was really popular at first. It got to an all-time high of almost $20, which you'll see with most of these promos here, and now they're getting back down to their all-time lows. Maybe it's a great opportunity for you guys to buy. Of course, some people are already taking advantage because of the price drop, right? So we have the Gyarados here, we have the Team Rocket's Tyranitar, which was also close to that $20 price point. It is now getting back down to its all-time low of like $10. It's at $12.62. It is heading downward. It may just reach that $10 low. Next is the Ethan's Typhlosion as well. Another opportunity, I would say. It is well below its all-time low because its all-time low was around $14 to $15. All-time low of $9.94 market price. So you can get these for much cheaper than what they were a month ago or two. And the last but not least, I guess, is the most affordable one. It is the Team Rocket's Mimikyu, now down to $7.15, well below where it was before, half the value as a matter of fact, which is insane. But like I said, some people are already taking advantage of these. There are many plays that you could do with these. I have not found any PSA 10s of any of these cards, and I will be showing you why, right? But I did want to point out that they are selling on eBay for double or 3 times the value as what they are selling for on TCG Player. The Mimikyu here sold for $20, and of course, do not confuse these. These are not the staff stamp promos. This has nothing to do with the Tyranitar Pokemon Center promo. This is just a regular pre-release promo from the Build and Battle box. So this sold for $20. The Mimikyu, and this is the least expensive one. This Tyranitar sold for $25. These are staff promos here that, of course, have insane values because they're much more rare. But the regular ones are still selling for $20 or more. This was $35 here, guys. And of course, like I said before, you're not going to find these on eBay at a PSA 10. I only found one sold listing, and it was of the Typhlosion, which sold just a few days ago on the 2nd for almost $300. And that was an insane sale. The thing is that there is no market price for this. There's no set price for these slabs right now. And right now, you can just basically use your imagination for what they're going to sell for. And the reason why is because if you look at the PSA 10 population report, there's an abysmal amount of these that have been even graded, right? At 41 for the Ethan's Typhlosion that were graded, 50 for the Misty's Gyarados, 24 for the Mimikyu, and 48 for the Tyranitar. And not only that, you only have, it looks like there's about 25% of these that are actually getting 10s. You have 8 10s for the Typhlosion, you have 10 Misty's Gyarados out of 10, you have 5 Mimikyus, and 11 Tyranitars. So that's an insane low number for the 10 pop report for the regular pre-release cards. Now, of course, we don't have a determined value for each one of these slabs. Like I said, you can only use your imagination. Once you actually put it out there and make a sale is the only time that you'll be able to determine what it's really worth to someone. Of course, somebody had to take that first step with any card that comes out. At some point, somebody puts that sale out there, if it sells, and then it actually starts to determine a value for that card. Somebody has to take the first step. And so next I wanted to talk about the Mega Gengar starter set. It's a Japanese starter set that has 2 of these Gengar EXs in there. Once again, an EX card that has a Mega Gengar on it may fetch a decent value once it finally drops, at least at your home, because they're going to be sent out on the 12th. You can see right here, it still hasn't even been sent out. I bought one of these. I want to see what these cards are like in hand, and actually I saw a video of them being opened. The texture on them are beautiful. So not only that, I did want to point out that this starter set does come with an illustration rare, which is this Haunter, and this Haunter looks really cool. I mean, it's, wow, this is so zoomed in, wow. But this card looks really cool. If you think about it, we haven't had a Haunter illustration rare for Sword and Shield, all of Sword and Shield, or Scarlet and Violet. So this is a rare occasion, I would say. This is a beautiful Haunter in my opinion. I like the whole evolution from Ghastly to Haunter to Gengar, and I'm definitely going to be having this one in hand real soon. I did order one of these from this site, which is Spoils and Loot. Thanks to them, I was able to order this for $45. I think that I will definitely make my money back with this Haunter IR and the 2 Gengar EXs in there. So I think that this is a real cool buy at the moment. We don't know what the market's going to do with these once they hit the market, but the way things are just getting bought out right now, you don't know. I guess sky's the limit at the moment. So the next thing I did want to talk about were these Twilight Masquerade Elite Trainer boxes, which had a huge release again, a reprint, I mean, again, and dropped this value down to $69. It has really dropped from that $95 market price all the way down to $65. I mean, eventually it's going to start creeping back up. You see it here. People are taking advantage of this, and I would say don't miss out before it's too late. $69, I would say, is not bad for Twilight Masquerade. It's been out for a little over a year now, and I think it's a great pickup. And of course, we don't know when we're going to see another ETB reprint. Of course, these don't come as often as we'd like them to. The other one will be the Surgeon Sparks reprint that dropped at Costco and all these places. Take advantage of the Surgeon Sparks ETB as well. Market price has dropped down to $76 from that high of like $115. Once again, we don't see these dropped that often. Surgeon Sparks is about to hit a year after it's been released, and this is, I guess, it looks like the first reprint we've seen, and it took a whole year for them to put that out. Now, I did want to point this out. Of course, I always urge you guys to look on eBay to buy any of these products because eBay tends to lag behind, and of course, you have auctions where you can take advantage of these products. But I will point out that GameStop will be having both of these well below that market price. Surgeon Sparks will be getting sold at GameStop for $60. Of course, if you're a pro member, it'll be $57. Twilight Masquerade will be $60, and of course, once again, if you're a pro member, it'll be $57. Twilight will be releasing on the 13th, and Surgeon Sparks will be releasing at GameStop on the 4th of October. So I would take advantage of these before I buy any of these at market price if I can make it to GameStop. If you can make it to GameStop, I would take advantage of this sale right here. Of course, we're gonna head over to eBay so you guys can at least see what they're selling for on eBay, because you can still get them below market if you don't want to wait for GameStop. You have a few of these on auction below market. I would take advantage of these if I can get them below market. And the same thing for Surgeon Sparks. Some of them are selling as bundles. Some is as pairs. You're seeing this often, actually, pairs and bundles. And take advantage of those sales that are below market price. You know, so I would say these are great buys for long term. Anything that I've mentioned here could be a great buy for the long term. The Build and Battle box, display box for Destined Rivals, I think is an amazing buy. I don't think you actually see these, like so many of these being sold. You don't see them in stores. Buying them online, they're scarce at all times. And so yeah, I would take advantage of this, guys. So with that being said, that'll be it for the video. I hope you guys found some value here. Like, comment, subscribe as always. So I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Stay safe out there. Peace.